Oh shit, we're live.
That's a horrible impression.
Shit, we're live.
No, it's good.
Play the intro bumper. Do it.
Do it now.
If you are feeling underappreciated at work or in life, it is you. You are the problem. You are the problem because you are doing too much. When you do a lot, you are expecting appreciation. And when you don't get the appreciation, you are disappointed. But when you do nothing, you give no fucks about appreciation. So do less. But always know that if possible, it is much better for you to do fuck all.
I love that man.
I climbed those 1,000 steps to hear that.
This is where we hold them! This is where we fight! Persian! Give them nothing, but take from them everything! Sealed. What lies beneath your feet? Sacred grounds, watered with tears of blood! Shall we begin? Shall we begin? Shall we begin?
On a cold winter morning, in the time before the light, in flames of death's eternal rain, we ride towards the fight. When the darkness is falling down, in the times of trouble rise, the sound of evil laughter falls around the world tonight. Fighting hard, fighting on for steel, through the wastelands evermore. The skeleton souls will feel the hell bodies wasted on the shore. On the blackest flames in hell's domain, we watch them as they go. In spiral rain, our once again we love. So now we fly, yeah, we're free. We're free before the thunderstorm. On towards the wilderness, our quest carrying storm. Far beyond the sundown, far beyond the moonlight. Deep inside our hearts and all our souls. So far away, we wait for the day, yeah. For the light soul so wasted and gone. We feel the pain of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days. Through the fire and the flames we carry on. Now here we stand with their blood on our hands. We fought so hard, now can we understand? I'll break the seal of this curse if I possibly can. For freedom of every man.
This is where we hold them!
So far away, we wait for the day, yeah. For the light soul so wasted and gone. We feel the pain of a lifetime lost in 1,000 days. Through the fire and the flames we carry on.
And as with every week, the man who spends the entire pre-show grooming himself, Mr. Ryan Roger Athey, will introduce the show. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well. We are live here, Rogue Entertainment. Walton is live from his car or his kitchen or his bathroom. I
think
really
he's
don't know.
There's not
My-
enough
My
echo
vote
the
is for the bathroom. He's,
No,
he's,
there's
he's in the
not
bathroom.
enough- There's
He's
not enough
definitely
echo for
doing
the
something
bathroom.
else in the bathroom.
Well, It's good to see Pagan Man is here. It's also good to see Pink Two Asshole Pink Bunny here.
Hey, that one grew
Good to
back
see-
in.
It's good to see Slender Dad, the quintessential American man. Also happens to be a monster because, you know, Slender Man, Slender Dad. Ooh. It's good to see Mr. Tickle Trunk. He's cosplaying as a cartoon because he'd be arrested, charged, and convicted if he was a real Canadian speaking his mind. And yeah, it's good to see Mr. Multiple Personality Disorder in Tony Stank. Yes, I hope you're doing well, my good man.
Package for Tony Stank.
Oh,
Are you Tony Stank? Oh yeah, that's him right here.
mm-hmm.
It's
And
Stank.
me, Ryan Roger Athe. My voice is still not the best. I am the host and founder of Reality Based. I will be here for a solid hour. So here's to a good show. And yeah, I've reduced my lighting. So you know, hello.
Oh, that's
Halloween.
much better.
Savage.
Halloween's around the corner.
I'm spooky and apparently racist because I said spooky.
Is spooky racist now? What is that a new
No,
racist
yeah,
thing?
That is a thing that they're trying to do right now. Yeah.
What?
They're basing that off of ancient vernacular from a bygone time.
Okay, explain this to me, Slender. What's going on?
Oh, I didn't read the article.
You're American. How can you
I
read?
didn't read the article. The only article I read was about how California now has Ebony Alert because Amber Alert was racist.
Yeah, and the Ebony Alert is itself racist. It
sounds
also
like a
establishes
pornographic
privileged
message.
classes
Ebony
that
Alert.
have
Is
access
the-
to resources other
Is it
classes do
racist
not.
but better? That's the vibes I'm getting.
Is the Ebony Alert for finding missing single fathers? Or
It's
no.
unconstitutional. That's really
Whoa.
what it is. It's unconstitutional.
The Ebony Alert is just for African American children.
oh, that's not racist at all.
No.
I
No,
would like
so could we?
to submit an ivory alert for the committee.
Ebony
Ivory Alert.
Ivory.
You bigot! We already have that. The Amber Alert, apparently, because that's only for white kids. I guess that's what they're trying to say about that.
I guess.
Yellow
They're all
alert.
white.
Chinese
It's-
kids, stay in your home.
California. What the hell can we say?
Can we create like a blue alert for when like the liberal psychopaths go missing, and the alert just reminds you, hey, don't look for these people?
Yes, that's a great idea.
Well, let's recall it the blue light special. Nobody goes down that aisle anymore.
Mr. Tickle Trunk, is Canada going to have an Amber Alert? Is that coming soon?
An Amber Alert?
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I'm sorry. What is it? What is it? What is it? The alert?
Ebony.
Ebony Alert.
Oh, Ebony Alert. I'm sorry. For some reason, I was thinking LaQuisha. So go ahead.
Wait, what? Who?
What?
I'm so
Amber Alert.
confused.
For when
Uh-oh.
Amber Heard enters your country.
Should we have that then?
Everywhere.
We got an emergency, Walton. Papa
What?
Cotton has no hammer.
No hammer.
Oh, no hammer.
Man, there's nothing I can do about that without dropping it. I don't even see him in the comment. Oh, there he is. Oh,
He's
shit. All right, I'll have to drop out, actually, and come back in. So give me a moment, all right?
You would eventually drop out anyway. You normally do during the stream.
Like 45 minutes in, my headset does go completely just bonkers and then drops out. I know. What's up, Tim Hayes? Hail to you. Is that true, Mr. Trunk? You'd be arrested for speaking your mind if you weren't a cartoon on YouTube.
No, that was that's hyperbole. But I in the future, who knows? You know, we're wacky
Canadian,
up here.
Tim. He's Canadian. Of course, he will be arrested. He is surrounded by evil white men,
Yeah.
either American or British. None of them are black, so you can't use that as a shield. Angus isn't here yet, so you will be arrested.
Ryan.
You will be charged, and
Ryan.
you will be convicted
Ryan.
of hate. Black
Ryan.
lives don't.
You're an Asian Jew. You don't know my experience. You don't know how this works.
That is anti-Semitic. I will call the Anti-Defamation League on you, and you are fucked.
I heard that they recently just got Godzilla on that program. Is that true?
Can you make a cartoon go to re-education camp?
Yes.
They have those?
They'll decolor him.
I found it a couple of them in a couple of universes.
And how'd that go?
It went terrible. There was no profit to be had, Morty. Oh, jeez.
I must admit, I fucking hate Rick and Morty.
You should have never told me that. You
fucking hate that show.
I love that show, Ryan. Don't be a hater.
Ryan, you have just painted a target.
He's
right
just
on
making
your
it
head.
more.
I have never watched a single episode of it.
It is one of the laziest looking shows I have ever seen artistic.
Bro, it makes you think. It's a pretty deep show. And as far as like
was
the
good.
material.
Okay, well, let's not go crazy. It's not a deep show.
Okay, not
No,
deep,
not
but
as much.
it does bring up questions that like you wouldn't
What has
think
more
about.
detail? Iron's picture or my
Ooh.
flawed picture of Chuck Dixon that I drew?
That's a pretty damn bitchin' picture of Chuck Dixon, not gonna lie.
I don't have all the proper colors.
This damn
But,
pink
yeah.
bunny I have is pretty damn detailed, so you watch it all of you.
Hey, you're great.
Hail.
You're American. You're a superhero. What's wrong with that?
Right, I am a superhero.
Hail to Keely Chow, what's going on, dude? Thank you so much for being here. You are
What's
like
That's
what's
the
up?
yell,
What's
right?
up? Oh, Steve joins. What's up, Joinsy? Hey man, how you doing? That's a friend of mine from way back in the day. Good to see you, brother. Thank you for being here. Papa Cotton, I'll get you a hammer in a moment, bro.
Stop. Hammer time.
So, Deej, will you start with the with Ray's post, with Saggy's post?
Oh
And I'll be
yeah,
right back.
we can start with that one because
I'll be right back.
Well, how am I going to put it up there if you?
It's a Grand Prix, man. That kind of race, right?
Yeah, how
Oh,
am I going to put it
now-
up there if you leave?
Now we can take over.
He start with the post, but I have no control to put the damn thing up on the screen.
Hey,
The
Ryan,
hell?
rub your hands together like that again and then do
Oh,
that.
just
cheesy
quiet.
trick
Hell.
you did. It
Quiet,
reminds me
Dad's
of the movie
back.
I saw.
This is why, ladies and gentlemen, Rogue Entertainment is in the position it is in.
And then, wait,
Because its commander-in-chief has gone from disaster after disaster,
Oh,
and
fuck
he
my
doesn't
life.
even have a second to show and share.
We're all
pictures.
following.
No,
the
I
Bible
realized that. I realized that. The last thing I heard was Deej say, "How am I supposed to?" And then I come back on, and here's Ryan, and this is why Rogue Entertainment is in the position that it's in. Dicks. All right, hold
What
on.
kind of position did you just walk in on it being? I'm curious to know what's going through your mind.
All right. Now I can blow this sucker up full screen so we can really see.
Yeah, blow
this. This is funny. I laughed at this because there are questions that you will ask during this video, and the setup is Saggy went up against a Karen.
Why would you need to steam hot coffee? Please explain that to me. Why would you need to steam hot coffee? What do you like? How does it make any sense? Like, what's going on?
It's Alien versus Predator.
She's freaking out over steaming something.
They don't get paid enough to kill people like you. They don't get paid enough to kill people like you.
Is that Saggy?
That's Saggy Melons.
Yes.
Oh, damn. I
So you
didn't
didn't
notice
close
that.
it. We spilled it all over my boyfriend. There was no milk in it.
I want to know
And now
who
he
the
doesn't
hell's her
close
I
it.
feel sorry for her boyfriend.
Oh, she's just upset because someone
Look at him.
spilled it or
He's
something?
just like, man.
You mind your business? I'm texting you. No, you better mind it.
Go away, white woman.
You don't get paid enough to get yelled at. They do not get paid enough. They don't used to be yelling at you.
Oh, God.
That
Oh,
guy
it's
needs
been a-
to slap both of them.
It's been a while since I spoke to Saggy. It's good to see she's still out there, firing on all cylinders.
No doubt, man.
Oh, she was the one wearing the skirt. Oh.
And it's pretty much over from here.
Who the hell is filming this?
Some random person filmed this, and Saggy seen that they were, and asked him to send the clip over to her so she could put it up.
That doesn't look
Yeah,
like
right.
a
She has
bookshop.
minions.
That
I bet
looks like
Saggy
a
has minions.
bookstore.
Oh, you know she's got minions.
But my first question is, and we'll ask the coffee expert, Walton, since you know, he does have coffee enema brews and stuff.
What? No.
What the fuck is steam the coffee first?
Fart in it? I don't know.
You don't steam coffee. You steam the milk if you're making a latte.
Yeah.
Well, that's part of the video, because then she's bitching that there's no milk in it because the lid wasn't on tight and it spilled all over her boyfriend.
He's in his fucking car.
We were all wrong. We were all wrong.
Are you in that Wi-Fi hotspot, Stephen, next to the train and on the road?
Yeah, maybe.
It's the same place.
Why you gonna call me out? I was just saying hi to Zax. Hi, Zax. Good to see you.
Hi, Zach Shoulders.
Yeah, how you doing? Everybody cut off Deej just because I put the camera on. I'm sorry, Deej. How do you steam a coffee? Is that what you were talking about?
I never mind. It's not worth
I've
it.
never been in
No,
a
it's totally
coffee
worth
shop.
Papa already answered it. It was already answered. Steaming the milk.
Yeah.
No,
Or the coffee.
And another thing, I have a question for everyone currently on the panel. Have you ever worked a job where it said in your job description that you did not get paid enough to be yelled at?
No, because
No.
I haven't had a job.
No.
No, I think I've been yelled at almost every job I've ever worked. Like,
correct.
That's
I have
kind of
to.
part of
I
the
have
paycheck.
Usually I yell back, so.
Some people pay to get yelled at.
Deej, what do you yell at? The soy? Aren't you harvesting soy? Isn't that your job?
We're on a break from the soy because the weather got rough again. We're back on corn.
Oh, okay. All right.
Corn
How
is
is the
good.
soy harvesting going? I've seen your farm life videos.
Actually, the one field, for being such a drought year here, was pretty damn good. So Bird of Prey
All right.
5 will be happy.
Is he soy? Does Bird of Prey 5 like soy?
Well, secretly, he gets all the soy to feed to all the little orphans he has working in his uranium mine.
Good man. That is a true entrepreneur. Hail to him.
Wait a minute.
Does-
You said uranium mine? Hold on. Let me look through some of the Stark Industries assets.
Well, he's right out there in New York, so.
I will
Son
say,
of a bitch! I sold that to him.
Yep.
I will say though, ladies and gentlemen, it's good to see Deej, and it's good to see that he's taken a day off or a few days off, thankfully due to weather, from growing gays in his field. Isn't that how gay people are made? They're like
That took a
grown
minute.
in soy.
Well, you know, Roger,
They
I just
sprout up.
have to help him out. It's just the way it has to be done.
But how do you feel? Doesn't that make you a part of the problem? Like, aren't you making money off of the destruction of masculinity?
Yeah, but it makes it easier for us just to push him over.
Burn it.
I think karma
you're
gave you that
saying-
second butthole. I think
Here's
that's.
the thing, Walton. The people
You guys
who
are
want to
looking
destroy
through
their
the thing, right?
masculinity, not only are they going to find a way to do it, but they're willing to pay top dollar for the product. So,
And plus, come on, soy
Well, I don't-
is used for many other things than just for boys to eat and turn weird.
I have to ask
Well,
Ruben
they
a
have to
question.
put it in everything.
Ruben's been a
Put it in
friend.
everything.
Ruben's been a friend of mine for years. I got to ask you a question just real quick. Ruben, do me a favor. Do some more poetry so Zax can stream a little bit more, okay? Because that's Zax and his crew covered some of your poetry, and it was beautiful. And a very wonderful time. Thank you so much. Thank you to both of you for entertaining me for at least a half hour while I was not in the bathroom, I swear. All right, thank you.
I think Walton is living in his car, folks.
Dude, I work 2 jobs. I basically am. I my only time off is like putting a stream together at the last minute during Saturday and spending time with the kid on Friday and doing like whatever stuff I have to do, and then Sunday is whatever's left over. Well, yeah, if I have time. So actually sometimes I just slap it and talk down to it, because really that's about where my ego is at the moment. And so
Wait a minute, you slap it and talk down to it. We don't need to know about your sex life.
I said, no, I don't have one, and that's why I'm talking down to it. Like
Okay,
I mean,
so if he goes quiet for an extended period of time, we all know what he's doing.
It's not that.
He's slapping it.
Well, then you got to learn to multitask.
One bit of good news, folks, is that Stephen Walton does not have a sex life, which means No collapses are on the horizon.
Yay!
Son of a
But
bitch.
what about the pagan? Isn't that supposed to be an interface/intercourse thingamajigger?
Yeah, first off, no, that's not my thing. I am a pagan man. All right. And second off, you need interaction with that, you know? Like you need someone does that to the person.
So who places the lotion in the basket in your relationship? Asking for.
I don't have a relationship, and it's never been like that. These vicious rumors are out of hand. No, this is not.
I can answer that for you, Tony. He's got a ladder. He climbs her up real fast. He puts it in the basket himself. He climbs back down the ladder.
What's up, Nikki
And
Red?
then the basket becomes the relationship.
All right, let's get off my sexual proclivities or lack thereof, or whatever you guys are creating, whatever being created.
What about your sexuality?
Let's roll off Walton into the wet spot.
I might need an ebony alert. Okay. So let's talk about Director X of Robin Hood. You brought this up, Mr. Tickle Trunk. What's going on?
Doing this last.
Are we doing it last? Yeah, we're doing it now.
Whatever, we'll do it now. Then
it's awful. I don't even know anything. I have not watched a single episode of this. I haven't paid attention to this,
I love the theme song of this theme tune of this fucking show. It's like
you lying son of a bitch.
It's like if the Klan made a show, like a propaganda show, to show blacks as being like stupid and inferior.
It is. It's incredibly racist.
That was the 1924 Democratic Convention.
Which then
I
1936, but you know.
Oh, was it 36?
No, it reconvened in 1936.
Oh, it did.
Well,
thank you.
I'd just like to point out, for the record, again, that I believe Director X is an African-Canadian cocksucking cunt-hater of Trinidadian and Swiss descent. He is a man who has taken something that was integral to English, specifically English mythos, and has turned it into this fucking stereotypical nonsense in regards to blacks. And in regards to their, like, Klansman outfits, you see the masks? They look like cock and balls. Show a picture of their masks.
I'm sharing the screen already.
Oh,
they're
sorry.
Cock and ball.
What I should do, but before you do that, what I should do is I'm going to pull up an image. Hold on. Keep talking.
Do you want me to show it now?
Yeah, they all look like cock and balls. Director X has been criticizing, prominent and up-and-coming content creators for being racist. And it's like, you made this fucking show, and it's the most racist-looking show I've ever seen in regards to the portrayal of African Americans. He doesn't have.
You can share the screen now.
Yeah, he doesn't have the
X
bollocks.
writes with the skill of a second grader.
Yes.
Not only is it a bad story, it is the most predictable writing I have ever seen in a television show.
He also doesn't have the guts to engage against fellow creators. It's all well and good.
No, don't call them fellow creators. That dude is not a fellow of anyone. He's a shit creator at best.
There we go. Sorry.
He has the protection of the establishment, Slender Dad, and as a
I don't
result,
care.
cock and balls. Look at them, cock and balls.
You are correct.
Cock and balls.
You are correct.
Damn it! They look like somebody that would follow me.
This is very annoying. So is this cock and ball torture because of that fact?
No, the theme the theme tune is good. I like the theme tune.
Blap, 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 blap,
It
blap,
is not.
It does that a lot. Blap, 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 blap. Over and over again.
Oh, for the
They're
Lord.
supposed to be thieves, and look at them. They glow in the fucking dark.
They are thieves. They're black.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Ryan.
That's why it's a stereotypical show. That's why.
Yes, it is. That's true.
The Klan wrote this.
Not.
The Klan
Jesus
wrote
Christ.
this show. Director X. He's like Canada's fucking Sean King. He says he's black. Well, under the light, bright, sure ain't white rules, he is. But he's created a show that makes black people look like morons.
Yeah. The opening scene to the first episode they're trespassing somewhere to shoot a music video. They're like singing under their masks, and you can hear them somehow. They do it in eye shot of where they live.
Deej, we can't have a white dick and balls on the show. We'll get canceled.
They literally live in a tower block between Sherwood Avenue and Forest Street, and it's like, it's so on the fucking nose. I mean, you could have had them living in a forest, although that would have been too offensive, you know, given the dark past of African American history.
The dark continent.
Good to see little Chad.
What's up, little Chad? He says, sorry I couldn't join the show, family. Dinner happening at the same time, but seeing what is on the screen, I'm glad I'm not there. Well, thank you for the support. Thank you for being here.
Why are you dressing up as a retard?
To respond to Keely Chow's comment immediately following that one,
okay.
I don't believe that Robin Hood meets the stringent standards of the CW.
Agreed.
No.
It's actually good because it's hilarious.
It was on global TV. I mean, literally, they should just put an ist on an end. Globalist TV, although it's only on Canada, only on in Canada.
You'll love it.
I really do think, though, in all seriousness, that because of fellow creators, both prominent and up and coming, showcasing how awful this show is, this show has garnered enough publicity to go international, to have multiple seasons.
Good.
Which will then fuel the growth of fellow creators. It's like that vicious cycle.
Yes. I take offense to calling this show trash. It's the best comedy of 2023, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I had tears in my eyes. I was laughing so hard.
Within the first 5 minutes of episode 1, they have applied literally every black stereotype you can think of to the characters. She goes into her home. She goes into her home. She lives with her mother. And the first thing her mother says to her is, hey, I filled the condom jar back up if you need a re-up.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
It would be funnier if she, went home and her mother said, Wakanda forever. Put up her fist.
So apparently,
Wakanda forever.
What is the story? What is the story of Robin Hood?
Instead
You're
of
not that dense, Stephen. I'm sure you know the story.
I'm asking for the plot of this particular show. What is going on?
I'll do you one better. I'll tell you that and tell you how it differs from the original story. In the original story, the king is missing because he went to war. And what is it, his brother, I believe, or his brother-in-law or somebody?
Yeah,
Prince John takes over, and what he does is he illegally raises taxes and harasses everyone and steals all the riches in the land. And Robin Hood shows up, and he fights corruption. In this show, a bunch of stupid kids who like breaking the law and think they have no responsibility to adhere to the law. They're doing music videos while trespassing.
They are in their 20s, so they're not even kids.
Yes, but they have the mentality of 12-year-olds.
So, kids.
Yeah, but they have the mentality of 12-year-olds. So what they do is they piss off the local, what is he, like a...
planning developer?
Like a development mogul or something? His name is John Prince. His name is John Prince. Yeah. So this story is basically, instead of fighting for against corruption and injustice, they break the law with impunity, and they hate the rich.
Well, I hope the show ends with the Donald Trump character just bulldozing their fucking flats while they're in.
Here's the thing.
Why don't we just take a clip from They Live where they're dozing over that community? That would be perfect.
Well, and this is where we've got to talk about key elements of the story. All this pretty much revealed in the first episode. Prince, the white guy, wants to buy out the low-income housing at the corner of Sherwood and Forest so that he can bulldoze it and make new, better buildings out of it.
Town.
They don't like that he wants to get rid of the low-income housing and make a good neighborhood out of it, so they steal his fucking car.
Really?
Auto mission.
Yeah, but that wasn't even why they were there. They were there to steal some sort of like coin collection that they couldn't possibly sell.
Yeah, but instead they stole the car.
Was it a Chevrolet?
Is this geared toward I don't know,
It's supposed to be young adults.
minority folk? No,
supposed
well,
to
like
be
young
young
adults.
adults.
But is it like I see it? Well, this thing is, I see the protagonists have. I saw that one clip that you sent me, and all the protagonists are black, which is fine. Like, I don't give a shit. But all the antagonists seem to be white. So I'm wondering if there's a racist angle to this show.
The police chief is a ginger and she's a bitch.
It's to justify their ginger side, Steve.
Well, you can't get much whiter than a ginger unless you throw an albino into it.
Yeah,
another thing Director X does not understand is basic police procedure.
Correct.
Like,
people
none
in
of
the
the police officers would do, like, the things they do are not things any police officer would ever do.
No, because he's in a bubble. He's in a regressive bubble, and doesn't understand how it's not just the police. Real people don't act like people in this show. And the
But a
reason I wanted to
Muslim
bring
cop,
this up
that's certainly something. An Arab-looking cop.
is because
Like, really?
it's because directors and they've heard the arguments that people just race swap, gender swap for agenda, blah blah blah, and they're getting wise to it, and they're trying to fight it without understanding it. So he says this time they live in the corner of Sheridan Forest. It's the sheriff of New Nottingham and John Prince, very creative there. They live in public housing. John Prince wants to buy it and tear it down, and they don't want to leave. Okay.
And again, with the exception of the main villain, every position of authority is occupied by a woman.
Correct.
Every single one. To the point that the ginger sheriff kicks the shit out of one of her fucking officers because he broke a little helicopter thing.
Oh my lord.
A drone.
She kicked him in the shin, and the dude fell over like he had just been obliterated by this woman. And I'm just like, come on.
But what is the opposite of a straight white male? It's a black female lesbian.
Bisexual.
And that's practically what that is.
Bisexual. Which is
Same
what I have
thing.
highlighted right now. The moment they heard Robin Hood was going to be a woman and black and bisexual, they immediately hated it from the moment we announced the production. Because we've heard this over and over before.
Yes.
Lately, there's been a lot of anger over gender swapping. This is the Director X, he calls himself. He's rather big in the music video world here in Canada, but he's a nobody when it comes to television, and that's why he's flipping out, because he's not used to people looking at his work and telling him what it actually is, which is garbage. So lately, there's been a lot of anger over gender swapping, race swapping, and it's like the Little Mermaid with all this stuff. Why are you changing stuff? He says, I never felt that way with Robin Hood. It didn't feel like we were taking a recent character. Robin has been interpreted a million different ways. But in their mind, this could only be more woke agenda.
I mean,
And
Stephen hated that so much, he fucking left it.
Yep.
But here's the thing, and this is what it keeps coming back to. I don't hate your interpretation of the character. I hate your bad fucking writing.
Yes.
Yeah.
This could have actually worked.
It could have.
Because you can make anything work.
There are the most minute little modicums of cleverness in the idea, in the concept.
Yes.
It's just that when you finally sat down to write it, you lacked the necessary talent to put together anything that would be better than what I'd wipe my ass with.
They could have made it a black comedy.
Ooh.
They could have taken notes.
They did that in Robin Hood Men in Tights. Achu was one of the best characters.
Slender Dad, you don't understand.
No doubt.
Make it a black comedy.
Not just a comedy, a black comedy. Yes.
If I may interject here, I do have a point that I hope a lot of these people that do listen to this on the woke side of things understand. There's a Romeo and Juliet film that takes place in the late 90s starring DiCaprio, where they basically recited the poem word for word. But the point is the goal behind that was they tried to make it modern, and they still respected the original content. While the movie did not succeed as well as intended, the concept of changing things like the setting or a character, that's fine. As long as you appreciate the original content and venerate it as it needs to be venerated, then we don't need to have things like this where we get on here and bitch and moan about it. It's
I
just
will,
that.
I will give you that. There is evidence that they respected the source material with that. I mean, hell, there's kind of evidence. I personally don't like it because I think it's a one-way street. But like, everybody loves that Hamilton musical, and they race swapped everybody in that. So
It's like these fuckers just get a can of black spray paint and just spray all of our great stories of the past and just spray it black or red or yellow or any other fucking color, and then they give Deja's pink bunny to them, which makes them gay.
Hey.
But
Leave
the
me
thing
out of
is, like, nobody has a problem with that. But once you've done it, you have raised the minimum expectation on the quality.
Because that's all they've done.
Because it's like, if you're race swapping, why are you race swapping?
Yeah, is there a good
better
reason?
Make this
Is there an
story
interesting
really
reason?
awesome.
Correct.
Like, this better bring something new that I wasn't expecting. This better blow me away. This didn't do that.
Yeah, let me run to the end of this real quick so we can watch a video and move on. So the director claims the series being rating bombed and has taken to social media to address these videos and call them out for some of these content creators. But he's not actually calling them out. He's not addressing any critique. All he's doing is saying there are some racist people who are doing racist things and saying that. So
And he
he's painting
points to
everybody
them.
with that brush.
On his
That's all he
Instagram
does.
post, he points to them like a little.
Yes,
puff.
he does. It's
He
great.
called out. He called out Hypnotic, who I will be a guest of, or a regular guest of in half an hour. He called out Hypnotic, and the fucker doesn't have the backbone to engage.
I think he will.
Debate, to create.
I guarantee you,
Hopefully.
someone's going to interview him because
Hopefully.
it's too big of an opportunity not to make some money off this idiot. So at the end, he says, "My comments are filled with all kinds of really bad racist things. These racists, there's racism involved." But what he does, he takes this and he jumps to the conclusion that everyone who critiques it is a racist. But what I want to do, I found out that a content creator on YouTube, Disparu, yes, he is reviewing the show, and I didn't know that. He's already up to episode 3, and this is from episode 3, which I haven't seen yet, but I've seen this clip, and it's a doozy. Let me know if there's sound.
Like it's muted.
Is there sound?
No.
No, I didn't hear any.
God damn it.
Go down that little icon there.
Well,
and-
while you're trying to get sound,
Yeah.
Mr. Tickle Trunk, I've always enjoyed what Disparu has to offer. He's a great British content creator, but you know the ironic thing about him? He has a French name.
Son of a bitch.
Disparu. It's French for disappear or not there, which I found to be very suspicious, considering Britain's relationship with France has been hostile for nearly 1,000 years. So I'm like,
hey!
Why
Don't go there because Picard.
yeah, I know,
Sharing again.
but why does a Brit have a French name? It's like the ultimate red flag.
Well, why does a Frenchman talk like a Brit?
Americans.
Okay,
Yes,
if we're
correct.
going to make this into the pitch meeting for Highlander, we might as well just go ahead and
Sharing again. There we go. Let me know if there's sound this time.
I'm not hungry.
All right.
Yes.
All right. Here we go.
Good.
This
Hungry.
is the level of writing in this show.
I'm not hungry. Maybe we could go for a walk or something.
Wait for it.
No! Stop it!
Your mother is paralyzed from the waist down.
Mom, oh my god.
You can't!
They said this was the best chair they had.
Maybe we could go for a walk.
You've believed the story that she was a flight risk too much. Oh, my sides hurt. This show's gonna kill me.
I can't wait. I can't wait to
Why
watch
did Robin
Survivor.
Hood come out too? I don't know.
I'm not hungry.
So there you go. There's the level of writing for this. This is why this thing's a genius. It's hilarious. Best comedy of 2023.
Good lord.
I always
Can
compare
we go back
it
to
to
making fun of movies like The Room and Troll 2? Because at least they write.
I always compare, situations like these to Steven Seagal films, and I think Director X is approaching Steven Seagal levels of just sheer talent.
Tommy Wiseau of Canada.
Talent.
Real quick,
That's what they're calling
I'll
it
just
now.
Real quick, I just want to say thank you so much. We appreciate you, Papa Cotton. Cancel me from YouTube if I ever piss and moan about shitty movies on my channel. This is our mod. This is the rogue mod. He comes through every week and tortures himself while we talk about this shit. And I just wanted to say thank you, Papa, because he says things, he can't contain himself, and he says things like, here's a novel idea. Try ignoring steaming piles of shit, and you won't want anything to do with. Let flop in obscurity where they fucking belong. Why Bune? Was that Bune?
Burn.
Did you misspell?
Why
Burn?
burn
Your time on shit. All right.
Because the vicious cycle I talked about, which Papa Cotton highlights very well, the establishment is falling to bits. It's like a fire. It's falling to bits. It's burning up, and fellow creators see an opportunity to warm themselves by that fire, and it creates a vicious cycle of dependency. That's why, when the entertainment establishment ultimately collapses, we're going to see how many fellow creators, both prominent and up-and-coming, collapse with it, because highlighting the problem only gets you so far. There you go.
Thank you so much for it.
It's an Ouroboros, to be
I
quite
have
frank.
no idea what that means.
A snake eating its own
Snake eating
tail.
its own tail.
Oh. Just say that then.
No.
Yeah, and one thing.
That's what that is. That's an Ouroboros.
Before we move on, real quick, though, Ryan brought up something early on. I just wanted to ask in closing, because I didn't think about the attack on English culture aspect of it, because I'm not English.
It's cultural appropriation.
Well, so I mean, how do you feel about that? Like, is that a major issue, another major issue that you have in the show?
How do I feel about an African Canadian cocksucking cunt hater pissing all over English mythos? No, I think it's fine.
Please.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Ryan.
Maybe it's the African Canadian song that I sung last week. We ain't got Angus here yet.
Yeah, Angus is going to be coming through later. MadsMamaBear, Sport News Podcast might stop by. I'm not sure if Rookie. I think Rookie is making sandwiches at a Subway somewhere. So he's, whether it's a foot long or a 6-inch, Rookie has you. They're always strong.
They can take it.
They can take it. Yes, sir.
Yeah, the whole thing.
They're sauced up quite well, nice.
Deej, can you bring up the Michael Caine article?
I sure can.
Thank you. We're going to get sad just for a minute and talk about how much we love him. We're going to miss the retirement of one of the greatest actors.
Stephen
at least you said retirement instead of before the stream.
Yeah, Stephen thought he died.
Do you know what that was? Somebody tweeted out. That's how I first figured it out. Was somebody was hashtagging Michael Caine, and I thought the worst. Thank you, fuckers. I was just like,
it is Halloween. Get scared.
Well, you're just an incredibly negative person. You didn't even see any information that would suggest that, and you're like, he must be dead. People are talking about him, so he's got to be dead.
Well, yeah, you get an old dude hashtagged on Twitter. That's the first thing you. I mean, that's where your mind goes.
About people unless they're dead.
Well, not all white ones, especially today's Hollywood. It's always another white one hit the bucket,
Well, Piper Laurie has died at 91, so.
Who's that?
On the Read Next.
Nah.
There you go. So it can happen.
Come on, she was in Carrie. And the husband.
Oh, was it the lead in Carrie? No, that's not her name.
The mother.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Sissy Spacek was the lead in Carrie.
That's right, Sissy Spacek.
Maybe Stephen should read this so he can, grasp.
I don't think
mastery of the English
I can't.
language.
There's no way that I can read this. No. DJ, please take us through the
even though I don't have a good voice as Tina and all that, I will attempt to fill in for her tonight.
Best Tina impression, go.
And do it with the bunny hood on. Thank you.
No. Yes. Michael Caine officially announces retirement from acting. You don't have leading men at 90. And, well, he's...
Tell that to Clint Eastwood.
Yeah, come on.
Tell that to Harrison Ford.
Okay, you don't have British leading men at 90.
Tell it to Patrick Stewart. Tell it to Patrick Stewart.
Yeah.
All right, so Sir Michael Caine. Yes, we have to refer to him as Sir because he was knighted. Sir Michael Caine has confirmed his official retirement from acting at age 90. Veteran British actor announced the news in an interview with BBC Radio 4 Today's show on Saturday. Well, at least it was today. I keep saying I'm going to retire. Well, I am now, Caine said. We have previously suggested his retirement was intimate. Shit. See, I don't like doing this.
Happening soon. Happening soon.
Yeah, it was happening soon in an interview with the Telegraph last month, saying he was sort of retired.
Fucking Americans can't even.
His final turn on screen is in Oliver Parker's The Great Escaper, a biographical film from World War II veteran Bernard Jordan.
Why are you Ringo Starr?
Because I said fucking Americans, and Ringo's the best British I can do. Leave it at that.
Oh my stars, we got Fat Bastard in the chat. Holy crap.
All right, veteran Bernard Jordan breaking out of a care home to attend the 70th anniversary commemoration of D-Day in 2014. The film was released on October 6th.
Caine, how old are you?
I'm old.
Just
leave me alone.
Like 50? And you can't speak properly?
Yeah.
Dr. Evil, can you do the next paragraph?
Which paragraph do you want me to read? This first, the next one is concerned. There's an advertisement in between. But there you go.
Here, we'll go right here. Start here.
Now hold it. Hit the brakes. I figured I've had the picture where I played the lead, and it got incredible reviews, Caine said. The only parts I'm likely to get now are old men. Hey, I resembled that remark, yo. 90-year-old men, maybe 85. And I thought, well, I might as well just leave all of this. I got wonderful reviews. What have I got to do to beat this? How about reprising your role as Ebenezer Scrooge, you greedy hack? He added, you don't have a leading man at 90. You're going to have young, handsome boys and girls. The day a girl is handsome is the day that... Oh, wait, it's 2023. My bad. My bad. Are we still on the air? We didn't get canceled, did we? Fat bastard.
No.
Totally
No, just say it's stunning
ID.
and brave that some of them now have penises.
Oh, dear. We already did the BBC bit. Let's not do it again. However, he does find value in older people being portrayed on screen. With
Then why did he leave?
It's not quite as diminishing as you think. Of course it is. You were Alfred. Come on now. He explained, I remember when I was talking to old men at 90, and if they weren't a little bit like me, they were little tiny old men with humped shoulders, and I thought, I'm not like that, and it's changed. Congratulations, you're not Russian. Caine's career has spanned several decades and genres. He became a household name in the 1960s, starring classic films like Zulu, best general ever, am I right? And The Italian Job. He has collaborated several times with Christopher Nolan, not to be confused with Nolan Grayson, playing Alfred Pennyworth in director's Batman films and also appearing in Inception, terrible film, confusing, and Interstellar, not so terrible, more confusing, among other titles. He has been featured in comedies like Alfie and Austin Powers. There it is, friends. The butt of the joke right there.
Zulu is one of my favorite films for obvious reasons.
Oh my God.
I'm pissed they didn't even include Dirty Rotten Scoundrels.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good film.
It's a great film. And they didn't include The Christmas Story. God damn it.
Yeah,
Caine has
Story.
received several accolades throughout his career, including the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor for his performances in Hannah and Her Sisters, Earth 1986, and Cider House Rules 2002. Caine was also knighted by Queen Elizabeth II in 2000. Who didn't she knight? You want to talk about a fresh death joke? It ain't your career, bro.
And that's it for that article.
Oh,
very so well done, Dr.
And there we go.
Yes.
He's still, and to say at 90, he still looks better than Joe Biden.
And he only said that you don't get leading roles at 90, and you played a bunch of supporting roles. That was your whole career, bro. Come on.
You're only supposed to blow the bloody doors off.
Deej, that's a low bar. Looking more alive than Joe Biden means keeping your eyes open. You know, it's not pretty low
Shout
bar.
out to all of the new people that entered during my random diatribe. Solar Assassin, King of the Squibs, Riot Kitty, and a Solar Assassin yet again.
Thank you, sir.
I could imagine Stephen Walton doing the Italian job in his SUV, just taking a bunch of gold. Mini Coopers.
It's a minivan. It's not an SUV.
Mini Coopers are chasing him to get the gold back. But we all know Stephen is in an SUV. He's in his car near a Wi-Fi hotspot next to a train that goes choo-choo. And people just walk past him while he. Can you imagine being a person walking past a car and seeing a man just?
That is fucked up. I have gotten those looks.
Like a lunatic. Well, now that I was about to say Steven, it looked like he was in the void of space there for a second.
They just walk by the car and then Walton screaming, "Yeah, these narcissists! They're all trying to get me!"
Just imagine, folks. There's a person, and he walks right next to Walton, and through the mirror, and just goes,
"This is awful.
Hi, am I on TV?"
I'm waiting for the day that the men with the white coats show up to haul him out of the car.
That's not funny, y'all. For literally the last 7 months, all of that has happened to me. So fuck you. That's
This reminds me. I started a campaign to give homeless people broken cell phones instead of throwing them in garbage dumps, so that way they have someone to talk to.
How does it feel to be homeless, Stephen? At 45?
Accomplished, Ryan. I'm still alive as a white man in 2023 America. I still work. They allow me to work.
You work and you're homeless. Talk about the American dream.
I hate you.
I don't work, folks, and I've had a roof over my head for my entire life. Talk about the supremacy of white privilege.
Listen, Ryan is so comfortable. The pre-show is him sitting down in a robe, hair's disheveled, and just him doing this and getting himself ready and grooming him.
To do the show, yes.
Yeah, he's so comfortable.
His legs aren't crossed before the show starts.
Next time, brush your teeth in the pre-show. That way we really get the vibe.
The whole thing. Yeah, we want to see it all.
Well, what a segue for me to go, folks. Is that a car?
He has a better name than you.
That's awful, dude.
Thank you all for allowing me to be on this show. Hopefully Stephen can get a roof over his head. He is living the American dream, 2 jobs and no house.
Yeah, there are no extenuating circumstances to that at all whatsoever.
But you can check me out at Ryan Roger Ape. I am the host and founder of Reality Based. It's good to see all you guys again. Excuse me.
Yeah, that sounded very genuine.
I'm still ill, so at least Stephen has his health. I have a house and a roof.
Damn.
Yep. I don't have a car though, so yeah. But
I got that.
Hopefully you all have a great show. And Deesh, stop growing gays in your fucking farm.
Ryan, take care, brother.
Bye for now, everyone. Bye.
See you later, dude.
Panda forever.
Bye, Ryan.
Huge echo from you, Steve.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you.
Stereo, man. At least you got a good car stereo.
Oh, no,
That
it's
sounds
back.
great.
Yeah. We're only hearing the bass. It's really strange.
He's got an 800 watt subwoofer, I'm pretty sure.
Well,
I live in
Danny,
Kentucky.
okay.
I can talk about cars like that.
I don't want to talk about No, let's not talk about
I'm
this.
trying to fix my audio. Is that any better?
That's
Oh, yeah, way better.
Significantly.
Okay.
better.
Whew, thank God. All right.
You still hear it like a tiny bit, but at least I can actually talk
But it's
now.
tolerable.
Yeah.
Tolerable.
Hail to
I don't want tolerable.
Lots reviews.
Yeah.
Tolerable.
So who's doing the next thing?
I don't know.
The next thing
I
was
have a-
supposed to be Jada Pinkett.
I
Are we
have a
doing
bad
that?
feeling I'm
You're
going to end
supposed
up
to
being
hold
like
off
the
on
celebrity
Jada.
article reader. I have a bad feeling I've signed up for a job here.
Oh, absolutely. I'm used. Tony, you're getting used. You're the new guy too. You're the low guy on the totem pole. So
Yeah.
you've got to
Anybody want
wash
any
the
coffee
balls.
while I'm out?
You get to sleep in the wet spot.
We're supposed to
when you wash the balls, don't use the ball washer on the golf course. That hurts.
Oh.
Hey, Deej, can you bring up the first the Jada article? And I'm going to drop out and come back in to fix my audio.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll do that, and we'll hurry up and try to bring it up before he leaves.
I'm staying. I remembered at the last second.
There we go.
Okay, run off.
Run away.
Echo? Echo?
Echo.
Jeez.
Echo. Okay, now they muted himself. We can talk about this. And sadly, Mama Bear's computer's being bitchy.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
We wait for him, or let's just talk about it while he's gone?
This woman's a bitch.
Well, come on. What do you expect from a woman that plays a character named Fish?
What do you expect from a woman whose character didn't get killed by Billy Zane?
Yeah, she played Fish Moody in Gotham.
Yeah. She also played the Demon Knight in Demon Knight.
It got really quiet in here.
I know. All right,
I
we'll
don't
just
care
go
about
for
these
this.
people. I have nothing to say.
I really don't care about these people either.
No.
Who gives a shit about whatever
I know.
Jada is going on?
Somebody's got to represent Ryan now that he's gone. So, well, what do you expect from a woman?
That's rather
tranny
tame.
demon.
Well, what do you expect from a woman?
We need lamp
Whoa,
posts.
Tony can do that one good.
Jeez.
I was
Uh-oh.
saving this voice profile for another time. However, it seems prudent to do it now.
Wow.
That is almost dead on.
Okay, that's
Yeah,
creepy.
wow. I mean, I thought he left, and then for a second I thought he was still here.
Wait, what did I miss?
Ryan's
Well,
here.
what you missed was the fact that I have returned and have adopted Tony's audio.
Oh. Goody.
I cannot wait to tell Ryan how does it feel to listen to yourself in stereo, given that he already is a proclivator of an echo chamber.
Dude, that's so good.
Does she have a punchable face?
I can't get past the headline because she says she didn't
It's
see
a
the Oscar
skull.
slap happen. It's you looked at him and you gave him the mind control order. Go slap that motherfucker in the face.
Are you sure it's the headline, or you can't get past the hairline?
There's not been a hairline there for many decades. So
No, she's losing her hair. Legit.
All right. Well,
That's what
everybody's back, so
Jada
let's go with this.
Pinkett
And since Ryan here
Will
isn't here,
Smith.
he won't make fun of my inability to talk. Jada
Yeah,
Oh,
but-
is that
Smith
something you want me
addresses-
to do, Deej? I could do that in his stead for you.
Look what you did.
If it makes you feel at home and you can sleep at night, I will provide you the service.
Okay, I want Ryan to read this article now.
You're right. Yeah, dig it.
Deej, what have you unleashed on us?
I have no idea.
Thanks,
He's
buddy.
unleashed Tony Stark on you.
All right, there's the headline. Go ahead and read it.
Shit on a shingle. All the work I'm doing. Okay. Jada Pinkett Smith addresses Will Smith gay rumors. Says she doesn't see the Oscar slap happen. I looked to Will and I said, "You hit Chris? Like you actually hit Chris? Of course you hit Chris. You told him to do it, you fucking cunt."
She got
Jada
upset because she was like, I have entanglement with that guy.
in an NBC News primetime special. Now, I noticed that this article is using gray rendered text, so excuse me while I get out my bifocals that I definitely wear. All right. While sitting down with today's Hoda Kotb, what kind of name is that? And an NBC News primetime special, the actress who had been promoting her tell-all memoir, Worthy, reacted that the many rumors the former couple had faced during their marriage, including that she or Will are gay, which they are swingers, or have an open marriage, which they also are.
Side note on that, the level of just arrogance to name your memoir Worthy. Like,
Right.
I have decided that I am worthy. No one else needs to decide whether I'm worthy or not. That's
You know, I
I've
could
decided.
turn on the camera and just show what kind of hammer I have, and I'm still not worthy to pick it up. I would say none of that's true. Jada, 52, looks more like 82, said, I definitely can't understand why there would be misunderstandings, but none of it's true.
Wait a minute. Didn't she admit right in front of him that she had a boyfriend?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that would be an open
believe
marriage.
She admitted directly in front of him that she fucked his son's friend.
Yes.
Damn!
And she said, how does that make you feel?
Damn! That is a manipulative. That's devaluation on a whole other level.
Oh, yeah.
That is a manipulative woman.
Oh, yeah.
Narcissistic sociopath.
If I might
Walton
sound like
would still do her.
just a few seconds. Who's more of a cuck, the cuck or the cuck who follows him? Also, during the interview, Jaden gave even more details about the infamous Oscar slap. The slap heard round the world, gentlemen, claiming that she didn't actually see Will slap Chris Rock, bold-faced lie, who made a joke about her hair. Who made a joke about her hair. If I recall, the joke kind of went a little bit like this. Now, I understand that you were totally reprising your role for G.I. Jane, but, you know. Who made the joke about her hair? Because, you know, the lack thereof. Whereas she was sitting, Jada, who previously admitted that she initially thought it was a skit, said her view was partially obstructed. Only obstructed by the massive fake penis you wear to bed with Will Smith every night.
Oh,
She
shit.
wasn't sure what had happened.
Wait, is Will Smith a pagan man?
Definitely a pagan man. He's a pagan man.
I don't like where this is going. but no, she gave him orders. She's trained. He knew exactly what her reaction was, her tone was, what she wanted to happen, everything, and he reacted. He reacted to exactly what she wanted.
Yeah, because if you watch the whole segment, like, he laughed when Chris Rock made the joke.
Right, because it was
But
a
then
joke.
he looked at
Glanced at
Jada
her.
Pinkett Smith, and she gave him the death glare.
Oh,
Then
yeah.
he went up and slapped Chris Rock in the face.
That's because
Like,
she
yeah.
does the pegging.
Yeah, this she directed him to do it. So say
Yeah.
yeah, no, you knew exactly what was going on.
Chris is making light of it, and then Will swings, she recalled. As Will's coming back, I'm like, wait a minute, hold up, something is off. Nothing is off besides your rocker.
Hold up!
And that's when she sits down, preferably on her rocker. I look at him and I grab his hand and I say, I'm trying to see where he is. Then it continues and I'm like, and this is specifically how the article states it, OS2-T, and 2 usages of the end quotation.
It's a bullshit story. This entire
Well,
excuse.
the grammar is definitely bullshit. I agree.
Yeah.
I'm so glad I'm not having to read this.
I'm gonna make you read the next part.
And now, Stephen, I understand that you now have your wish to have Ryan on the show after he goes and does another show. How does this make you feel? Hopefully, not in a pagan way.
No. You're still as much of a dick, but less racist. So that works.
Well, you see, the difference between me being the fake Ryan and him being the fake Ryan is that I'm the person that doesn't want to get you canceled on YouTube.
No. Hold on. Mad, what's up?
Hi, Mads.
We're safe.
Hey, boys.
Hey, man!
Yeah.
Just in time for the comedy hour. Oh,
Thank
my
fuck there's an
God.
adult here now.
Yes. Kids, put the crayons away. Coloring's over.
No.
Mads, I know you wanted to talk about.
And my
Mads, I know you wanted to talk about this
not being
topic.
cooperative.
In fact, I think Mad should take over because I have to save my voice for the shows that I'm doing.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I really love this woman right now.
Shout out to Ryan Roger Athay. All I did was tribute you. I did not mean to insult you genuinely in
Sorry,
any
reading
way.
Papa's comment.
Please do not get that manly mane of yours in crossed cunt hair. All right, thanks.
Yeah.
Mads, what do you think about this situation?
Let me just go full screen. Honestly, I don't even care if I, risk the wrath of her now ex-husband. I would happily go up there and slap her myself. She had one of Hollywood's most desired bachelors, and she fucked him up. I mean, even his kids, who never got to meet Tupac, thought of him as like a second father. That is fucked up.
Wow. That's called triangulation.
Where were we on this? Oh, I have not go home. Yep. Yeah, Willow's there. I read it somewhere. It would take me a bit to dig it up. WillSmith actually made that comment. That she got to hear so much from her mom about how her mom thought what Tupac was her soulmate and all of that. She treated her husband like an option, like the second choice. And he said it himself.
Yeah, that sounds like a narcissistic relationship.
Why would you do that?
To be honest.
No doubt.
No, it's depressing what people will just get away with saying because they're Hollywood types like of this caliber.
Yep.
So Popcott says if you're famous enough to have a household name, the things Jada Pinkett exposed in her book are nothing. They're all done gay shit and sacrifice family to get that famous.
I
all
haven't
of them
seen gay spelled like that in an epoch.
Here's the thing for me though, right? Like, yeah, Jada Pinkett Smith is a piece of shit and she sucks, and there's really nothing good to say about that woman. But WillSmith has no balls. He does not stand up for himself. He did not ditch this woman the second that things started to go the way they did. So, I mean, to quote the Joker, you get what you fucking deserve. This is what he got. Congratulations. This bitch ruined your whole fucking life.
Yeah, no one deserves that.
I agree. No one deserves that.
No one deserves
it. But if you do not stand up for yourself and walk away from that shit, then
and by that point, he was probably already so he didn't see how bad it was.
Yeah.
He was trauma bonded. He was trauma bonded to a manipulative
woman. It's nice
woman.
in theory, but yeah, it's nice. It's easy to say that in theory, but in the reality, when you're stuck with a partner like that, you can't see what's going on. You really believe that this is reality. This is how everybody has it, and that that you honestly deserve this.
Yeah.
They can manipulate, warp your mind so much. They can convince you that the sky is green.
That's true. And it's because of all the lies that are told, the cognitive fog that's created when you're in a relationship like that. You know, everything, you have to acquiesce to the person that you love, the person you fall in love with, whatever deep measure that is for a person, completely in trust with someone who makes you acquiesce to their false reality in order to facilitate their needs selfishly. And so you get trapped in that for so long. You begin to accept that devaluation. Why am I not good enough? Because the tactic used by someone like Jada Pinkett is to keep you in a state where you don't feel you're being lied to, you're being cheated on, you're being messed with, but you're not worthy of the love that you are receiving from that abusive person. That is the insidious nature of this type of manipulation, this manipulative relationship. So, you know, I see someone like, but to a point,
out of his mouth.
But to all he's got to come out of it, dude. He's got years of recovery, of healing work to do before he can even accept. And now he's tied in with family. Like he's gonna have to gray rock this situation against someone who is constantly assaulting him. The weaker he gets, losing respect. You know, the moment that you forgive a manipulative personality like Jada Pinkett, right? If she does she does something crazy. She cheats, she wrecks, she lies. She does something to completely shatter this dude, to test him, and he comes back and forgives because he loves. She now feels full license to manipulate and destroy that person, because they're stupid, they're weak. Oh, you believe me? You forgave me? What the fuck's wrong with you? And that has been the cycle that has gone on over and over and over and over for all this time. But to a point, I have to say, Slender Dad is correct, though, because you got to take accountability for yourself. Like, even if you're not smart enough, you're getting played. If you're getting conned like that, you're not smart enough for the life experience to get out of it.
Like, there had to have been so many bad
red flags, absolutely,
along the way, where he's like, I'll forgive for that, I'll let that go, I'll let that one slide. And like, there are three options. The bad option, which he took, was just let it slide. Probably the best option, which is stand up for yourself and not let that happen. Or option 3, pull chocks, get the hell out of there, set sail, find somewhere else to make port,
What's up, Sporky? What's up, Scotty? How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing all right. What is going on?
Pleasure to meet you.
What is going on, everybody?
We're talking about we're talking about Jada Pinkett, Will Smith, man. Like, what do you think of that? Of the how it's unfolded?
I don't think anymore about them. They're toxic, and it's sad to watch him allow himself to be punked by her like this. I mean, she's banged her son's friend. Now she's telling everybody they weren't even together when he pimp slapped Chris Rock. Like, she is just little by little just demasculating the dude, and it's time. It's like, no wonder Tupac faked his death.
Wow.
Yeah, Tupac's alive. I just wanted to get away from her.
You wanted to get away from Jada. I wish that was true.
Yeah.
Mama Bear, you wanted to continue on about how you felt in as far as what she in that relationship.
And the fact she's doing this all now, coming all out because she's got this tell-all book. Bitch, you have a show. Your whole life has been on display, and you've been quite happily putting everything on display, including your entanglements.
Yep.
What the hell do you think that's going to be in this book that's going to be a real shocker?
No. You know what?
Any semblance of reality, because I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, so supposedly Tupac proposed to you while you were in prison? Yeah, that's why when he got out, he hooked up with another broad.
What were you saying, Scotty?
And
you're holding a torch for somebody who
openly admits, hey, I had sex with my son's friend. Like, what kind of woman doesn't take that to the grave?
Yeah, these people are not people anymore. They've been in show business since the 90s, like late 80s, early 90s. Like, they no longer know reality, and if she is not getting some type of reaction from anyone, she's a fame whore. I'm sorry, she's a fame whore. He's a fame whore. She's a fame whore. Their children are shot. Like, I feel bad for their kids. Like, I give Bruce Willis and Demi Moore a lot of credit for raising their kids in the middle of nowhere. You know, like that's what you should do. If you don't want to, you know, take advantage of your children, raise them in a different state, raise them in a different place. But these people wanted this. I'm shocked they never had a reality show like the Osbournes or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
Well, on the upside, at least she didn't
red table.
flip Will like Kris Jenner did poor Bruce.
Mm.
You know, Soul Sass said like she misses Tupac. Well, if we're talking about like if she's a narcissist, I believe she is. She doesn't miss Tupac necessarily. All people are objects. They're things to be used. They're tools. They're manipulation. Tools for manipulation. She misses what the reference to Tupac gave her. She probably also misses the triangulation between Will and Tupac and her, and uses it constantly against him, has been for decades, to devalue him, to challenge him, to make him have to fight harder to be a failure within the real scope of the relationship. So it's not necessarily
for
that she
him
misses...
actually having to have said on camera. Sorry.
No, go ahead, Mama. You're just a couple seconds behind. No, you're fine. Go ahead.
Oh, no. No, for Will to actually have said on camera that he will never be as good as Tupac. And he does not mean that in the musical sense. That's years of him listening to that.
Well, that's using it in every sense.
Words. That's something that he's been fed.
Right. Well, that's using it in every aspect. That, you know, like, because when you've built up a monster like that, when you triangulated him with like who's someone who's still famous to this day, like I still listen to Tupac now and again. He's a well-known name, but also within the relationship to have triangulated him with someone who was so overwhelmingly famous, successful in his own right. WillSmith was never a gangster rapper. You know, WillSmith did pop rap or, you know, like hip hop. You know, so that aspect too, challenging him as a man. You know, well, I had a real man and a real tough guy and a real thug, and you're not nothing but a bitch. Like that whole attitude that's been going on over and over.
Tupac went to Juilliard. Like everyone wants to make him seem. Yeah, the dude got.
No,
shot
I don't think he's an idiot.
Mouth. You know,
no, I don't think
he's. She would have stayed with Tupac. I'm with you. She would have. And like I feel bad because it's almost like WillSmith was the little guy, like he was younger and she thought of him as a boy, and then you know he grew up a little bit and pretty much, you know, it was like, okay, he's getting famous, let me stick with him, because she just her career sucked, you know, like it's sad. It is sad, like these people are living out their lives in front of a camera. Like it's embarrassing. Like how do your kids like really feel about that? That's what I can't understand. Like your son's friend you banged and let everybody know. Come on.
That causes trauma with that causes generational trauma. She doesn't care about those kids. Those kids are objects, tools to facilitate her. So if that damage carries on, then she, you know, that doesn't even bother her. It doesn't matter to her. And that's like the irresponsibility of being, you know, of a parent like that. Look at everything that we've seen these kids do and act in the way that the comments they've made over the last years. It's hard enough being a child of the stars. So it's hard enough.
If I may interject.
Yeah.
I do apologize to interrupt. This is very good.
No, go right ahead.
The conversation is amazing. But I have to make like a tree and get out of here now. I have.
All right, start.
But I wanted to just give a shout out to everybody for welcoming me to the squad, and I left my link into the private chat. If you guys haven't subscribed, please do so. I'm trying to get the ship off of the ground here. It's pretty heavy.
And I put it in the chat.
But
thank you, Mr. Control.
Happy to have entertained and you know, made people do the ha-ha noise with their mouth and stuff. But I have one thing to say before I leave about this entire debacle. You just don't stick with the prince with no hair. You just don't do it. Okay? The stale prince with no hair. Oh, this is a story all about how Mr. Will got really cowed whenever he had to deal right there with that stale prince with no hair. And on that note, I'm out of here.
Later, Tony.
And I'll see you guys next week.
Take care of all your personalities.
It's expensive. My grocery bill is outrageous. All right, toodaloo.
Later, brother.
Nah.
Later.
What's going on? Another monster. How you doing? Awesome one. Hail, dude. Thank you guys so much for being here. Greatly appreciate you. Soul Assassin out there in the chat. Releasing the Kraken. What's up? Jada is trash and she broke Will on purpose. Absolutely. Without a doubt. And let's see.
Well, that's the narcissist thing. You view people as people. They are there for you to extract value. Once you have extracted all the value you can possibly extract from that person, then you destroy them for your own amusement.
And the more they keep coming back, the more amusing it becomes.
Yep.
Yeah. Let's see, Deej, let's go to the next article. We're pretty much over with this one.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Well, you want the other one with the Jada one or what?
I think we've pretty much exhausted Jada. Yeah, because the other article was talking about Tupac.
So we go to Wonka now?
Yeah, let's talk about Wonka. Hey, Scotty, they're going to do another Wonka movie, dude.
Yeah, with the kid from Dune, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they've had a couple. The trailer's been out for a little while. I don't know how I feel about it, but we'll see. The kid's weird enough, so he could play. He's better at being like a Wonka than a warrior. So,
will this be the third Wonka movie?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, there's really only one
something
Charlie
new,
in the
right?
chocolate factory. Look, yeah, exactly. Like right now, they just released like 3 hours ago the Invincible season 2 trailer. I dig that show. So that's exciting. But like the kid, I don't know what they're doing. Like he's a mix between.
They're trying to make him look like
Gene
Johnny
Hackman.
Depp.
No, he acts like Johnny Depp, looks like Gene Hackman. Yeah.
But
Gene Wilder, not Gene Hackman.
Oh, Gene Wilder. I'm sorry.
Sporking will be good for this. Deej will be good for this. Walton will be good for this. We're all kind of old, right?
Yeah, but this isn't a remake of the last two.
They're
This
doing a
prequel.
prequel, but it's still completely unoriginal. But do you remember when we were kids and they made movies? And like we didn't see those movies get remade for like 20, 30 years?
Rarely, yeah.
Yeah.
Now it's like, I mean, we're lucky if it hits a decade before they're making the same damn movies.
I mean, they're doing the Harry Potter TV show. Just redoing, and I'm looking forward to seeing what they do with it because I love Harry Potter. But, you could have gave it a little bit longer. Let the wine breathe after you open the bottle, man. Just let it rest.
The wine breathe. I mean, shoot, Hagrid, still isn't cold yet.
Right. Releasing the Kraken. I didn't know that. Is Snowpiercer really supposed to theorize like a Wonka sequel?
Everybody saying it's supposed to be some kind of a Wonka sequel.
How is that? There's no.
I have no idea
how
they put that together. But.
I know what he's talking about. I actually have read this theory.
Is it because you're going through each? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, the conductor of the train, the one who owns Snowpiercer.
Right.
He's Charlie.
Oh. And he's trying to find his replacement.
Yes.
Because that's what that movie was about. And you have to go through all the different carts that are all different worlds, kind of like you got like a farm, you got like, okay. It's weird.
It's the same kind of trials that he was put through as a kid.
Yeah. You know what? Like, that is a cool theory to think about. I would have to think more on that one, though. That's kind of cool, though. That is cool.
Frankly, I'm more along the lines of that Willy Wonka's a serial killer theory. I'm down with that one.
I like that one.
I like that one, too. I mean, think about it, all he has is like
all of those things were designed to kill those kids, and they were targeted specifically.
It was designed to kill them if they didn't listen.
And he knew they wouldn't. Do a time traveling crossover,
and they were designed
where Willy
specifically
Wonka
for those kids. Each of those kids.
With who's the murderer back in London back in the day?
Jack the Ripper.
Yeah, Willy Wonka and Jack the Ripper.
Willy
like
Wonka
one
is
runs
Jack
the
the Ripper.
butcher shop, the other runs the candy shop, and they go out at night and kill people together.
What's the one with the barber?
Sweeney Todd.
Sweeney Todd.
We could have a whole. Too. We could have a whole Murderer's Row. We could call the show Murderer's Row.
Yeah. Before we get into this, how do you guys feel about them scrapping all of Daredevil and now they're going to restart? That is awesome.
It's probably a good thing.
Oh
It's-
God,
yeah.
you know it is. It's scary that that company was like, wow, this is that bad. This is that bad.
Do you think that these companies are starting to think about the bottom dollar at this point because they've lost so much money with
Not
all
yet.
of their woke campaigns? You really?
Not yet. It's getting there,
So-
but not yet.
So what do you?
They're going
so
to
you
try
pu-
to say the right things. Like, they'll try to say the right thing, but they're going to keep trying to spread the message until they really, truly realize no one cares. Like they might get away from it for just a little bit, but they can't help themselves unless they completely change the writing room.
Dude, what scares me though, and as far as the target base for all this new content is that they are churning out people to think like this out of universities and high schools, middle schools. I mean, it's as far as elementary school. They're creating an entire generation of people for this content.
They've been doing it for years.
Well, and I mean, one thing is certain: university is not teaching these kids how to write because
no.
And what's going to happen? What's going to happen is Sporking is probably exactly right. They're going to put out one or two really good stories that don't have all the progressive agenda infused in them, and those are going to be really good. But then when the sequel rolls out, they're going to go right back to form because it's a popular franchise now and everybody loved it, so we can do what we want with it.
Yep. That's what I think. They can't help themselves. And I think Script Doctor was the best at he set this up years ago when he said it's not about the CEO and all those people. It's about the gatekeeper, the one who decides to pass the scripts up. They're the ones that are now the kids out of college that have this, idea of their ideology and their idea of what the world should be. So they're only accepting the ones that they like to pass up. So the people that are making the decision to greenlight movies aren't seeing, a more conservative, a more moderate, action-packed, male-centric type movies. They're only seeing the ones these gatekeepers are passing on to them. So those are the people you have to switch out, are the gatekeepers. And it's not an easy thing because they all live in a bubble. They don't realize, that the real world is like, you guys are a bunch of freaking morons. Like, yeah, you can have a Thelma and Louise about strong women killing themselves, but, then come out with a movie like Die Hard,
No, but what scares me is that I don't know if that's gonna, like, you talk about real people, you, me, people in the audience, as different as we are politically, socially, because we're pretty, diverse. They are creating, like, this is why California is the way it is, or the West Coast is. The politics that have been generated and maintained and continued to push, no matter how failed they may seem, or they are. They're doing this also on the East Coast, like all these liberal centers. They're making them more and more progressive. Like my fear is right, exactly. Thank you. My fear, honestly, is that this has been going on for so long that they're just churning out young people who are just out there working, spending money, having a good time, and hoping that if they keep this up in Hollywood and in television, that they're just going to have a built-in base. They're going to literally assimilate culture cross country. I have conversations with my son sometimes, and from the things he's being taught, and I'm like, I feel like I failed when you just said that. I just said that to him this past weekend because it was just something that was programming, and I thank God he listens, and I explain it to him. But not every parent's like that. There are parents out there, giving their kids freaking hormone shots, or there's a lot of excused, irresponsible mental illness.
It's even it's even like it's little things like my daughter thought my wife was being racist because she was explaining something to me, and she says, the black woman that's in the picture, and my daughter was like, oh my God, that's so racist, and she's 9, and we're like, what? And we had to give her the definition of what it is, because these people have belittled the actual words so much. Just like Yahtzee, they have taken these words that really truly meant something vile, and they've made it something that's really nothing. It's nothing.
They've also changed definitions.
Yes.
I have to tell people. I had a young lady tell me that I didn't know how vaccines worked, because I was like, a vaccine is supposed to stimulate immunity, and she's like, vaccines aren't supposed to give you immunity. I'm like, yes, they are.
It's terrifying, dude. It's terrifying that they did. They literally changed.
What did she think they do?
Well, they changed the definition
supposed
recently.
They are supposed to make you more resilient against whatever virus they're designed to vaccinate.
Like vaccines don't vaccinate you anymore.
Yeah.
Like it literally, they changed the definition of it to be. It gives you a better chance of
it
not
reduces
getting.
the symptoms.
Yeah,
it makes the symptoms less severe.
Careful, this may also be a Rumble discussion.
Yeah, I love Rumble. God, follow me over on Rumble. I'll share that shit.
But like they changed the definition of that. They changed the definition of racism to be prejudice plus power. It's not just prejudice anymore.
Yeah, the Marxist definition.
They're changing a lot of definitions, and like I have to explain this to my kids. I'm like, that's not what that word means. I know they might tell you that's what that word means, but up until a year ago, this was the definition of that word.
Mm-hmm.
They've changed it so that it conforms to their worldview more properly.
And they can apply it anytime they want to.
Yes.
Because if the rules always change, you can't follow the rules.
What's that?
Scott mentioned how his daughter freaked out about his wife seeing this black woman. What was wrong with that statement?
She thought if you even bring up someone's color, it's racist. Like
really?
To be able to
just gets brought up all the time.
She's 9, dude. And this is what she was taught because she goes to like an after school program where there's kids between the ages or like from the grades of 4th to seniors in high school, and like they help them with their homework and they do like
my daughter's in that same age range.
Yeah. So these kids were teaching her that like you can't even like, there's those 2 girls. Which one were you talking about? And be like, the Latina. Like you cannot describe somebody anymore. You're not allowed to use color, race. Like it's racist to do that. And I'm like, what? Like how the hell how are you able to like, point out anyone that amoeba over there?
I can't describe them based on hair color. I can't describe them based on the pronouns that you would naturally assign to people based on what they look like.
Right.
Like they are muddying the waters to the point that you can't describe your own reality.
But see, as a parent, it was a good teaching moment. We explained to her what the true word racism is.
Yeah.
And it is the idea that one group of people thinks they are better than another group of people just because of the color of their skin. Because really, racism comes down to that in America. I said, but there's other places where it's, they're racist against people that look just like them, but they're considered a different culture, like the Chinese or the Sunnis and things like that. Like I did a better job explaining it to her because I took my time and really thought about what I was saying. But, the idea to think that you can do that, like these kids are so, I don't know, Play-Doh-ish, like, like you can mold them so easily. Like it was that quick to make my daughter think that her parents were racist. I found it was pretty funny, actually.
The best example to use is always the Irish.
Yeah, God, those Irish. Or like, I did the Sicilian thing.
I found it funny because Ryan earlier.
What about Ryan?
No, because Ryan earlier said,
"Is there somebody mumbling?"
Always make.
That's
I was wondering that myself. Is like somebody watching one of my videos.
He's muted. It's the weirdest thing. Okay, sorry about that. Go ahead.
Anyway, Ryan earlier said something that makes me laugh every time he says it. The African Canadian. You never hear.
Yeah, we don't talk like that up here.
No one describes themselves as African Canadian unless they actually are African. What they call themselves is black.
Yeah, most of my black friends are no longer African American.
What they say.
They just say black. Yeah. And I've been trying to teach, like, I've been pushing to other parents, like, stop with the Italian American, stop with the Irish American. We're Americans. I wasn't born in Italy. I wasn't born in Ireland.
Even on the news, they don't say African Canadian. Nobody
never even
says that
heard
here.
that term.
It's the
No, it's
I've
not
never
a
even
thing.
heard it.
We don't put prefixes at all up here.
There's no
whatsoever.
reason to.
We just say Canadian, man.
Well, like I teach my kids, yes, you're American, you have Italian descent, but you are, and like Welsh descent, but you're American.
Damn
Yeah,
Welsh.
I mean, here's the thing. If you tell me you're African American or, Mexican American or Irish American, I'm going to ask to see your citizenship papers
Right.
because you better have dual citizenship.
Right. Right. Like my sister's Italian American because she is a dual citizen. Like I could do the same thing, but
you can say that.
Yeah.
But like, if you're just an American citizen,
Mhm.
you're not. You don't get There's no other word to be put in there.
Well, if you were born here, like that's the reason why we have so much trouble in this country is because people don't define themselves as Americans unless they go abroad. Like if you go visit somewhere else. But while we're here, people don't. We have to start defining ourselves as one.
You guys used
country.
to do that.
Yeah, for a while we did, and then after the '80s, it changed.
Yeah, that's in the '90s too.
Yeah, it was fairly cohesive in the 90s.
Yeah, but the term American, like Italian American and stuff like that. Okay, I must be.
Am I?
Steven,
Is it my audio messing up?
I don't
Your
know.
audio is messing everybody up.
We need to get you a new headset.
In a computer.
He's in his car, that's why.
We need to get in the kitchen.
We need to get you a headset, a computer, a studio, a desk, a chair,
House.
monitors, keyboard.
Yeah. So is anybody looking forward to Willy Wonka? Like
No.
literally?
Yeah.
No. I hated,
Kinda went off
honestly,
the rails
I
a
hated
bit.
the first movie.
Oh, see, I love the first one. It freaked me out as a kid because like they chop off a chicken head
That's
and
why
stuff.
I hated
But
it.
oh yeah, it was wild. It was wild.
It
Wilder.
freaked me out. And they showed it at my school.
Oh yeah.
Like I was
Those are
about
the
10 years
days.
old. They showed it at my school. Everyone, the kids around me are like, "Oh, this is such a great movie. This is such a kid-friendly movie." He got sucked up in a tube. He can't breathe. They're trying to set this girl on fire. What's wrong with you people?
Come on,
The girl's
everyone
blowing up
loved
and
it.
going to blow up like a
I've seen,
balloon.
Violet.
I've seen less.
Violet,
I've
you're
seen less
Violet.
scary from my sister who convinced me to watch Poltergeist because there was a little girl your age in the movie.
That movie
come on.
messed me up.
It was essentially a 70s version of a grim fairy tale.
Pretty
Yes.
much. Yeah,
I
that's
mean,
a
it
good
really
way of putting
was.
it. Yeah, no, that is actually a really good way of putting it. Like the idea of the the witch in the candy house.
Yeah,
It's-
and if you are misbehaving, if you are not a well-behaved child,
Exactly.
you will get yourself in trouble.
Yeah.
And float up into the to a ceiling death fan with your uncle.
There you
Yeah,
go.
because your uncle was also a fucking child.
Yeah, see, all you got to do is
Did I-
burp and you get out of that problem.
Are we doing like a retro show? Is it Rogue Entertainment 10, 14, 22?
Yes.
Okay, I was just wondering.
Did it say 22?
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch! How do I sound?
It's still more
You sound
recent
fine.
than what Twitter had the other day.
Just mute when you're not talking, man. That's it,
Yeah.
because it makes us kind of have an echo, but you're fine when you talk. I don't know. And, there's some good stuff coming out. Like I said before, Invincible just put out another trailer. I think that's a cool show. I enjoy it. It's a great, look at the superhero, the idea of the superhero. I think that'll be fun. That comes out November 3rd, I believe. I'm actually enjoying Gen V, which is like the boys' college years. It's kind of a messed up show, so you never know.
Yeah, on the good side, we don't even really have to read this article because there's nothing to it.
No, really, there isn't, huh?
There isn't. There's nothing here to.
But what kills me about this though is who's being the Oompa Loompa, right?
Yeah, what's his name? Hugh Grant, right?
The hamster guy.
Hugh Grant.
Yeah, Hugh Grant.
Just following after the Snow Off-White.
Yeah.
Where you can't have people with dwarfism playing dwarves.
Right.
Says the man who got a Marvel paycheck for being a giant dwarf.
Yeah, and got an Emmy for being.
This was another
a
role
ugly
that
dwarf.
was traditionally exactly. This is another role that was traditionally gone to people with dwarfism.
Yep.
It's now being played by a man that's 6 feet tall.
Yep. It's
Good
messed
job,
up
Dinklage.
how all of a sudden they did that to the people with dwarfism. Like, they don't get the best roles first off, and now you're taking away all their roles. It's pretty messed up. Like, they can't dream of being actors.
Yeah, because one said it's bad.
Yeah,
Well, and it's weird the way that it
It's only
works
bad
too.
when it's only
because,
bad when
like,
he's not getting the paycheck.
Amen.
But it's weird the way that it works though, because like a trans person has to play a trans person, a gay person has to play a gay person,
Mhm.
but a little person can't play a little person.
Right, and a gay person can play a straight person.
Yeah.
It's this idea that you have
They-
it's acting for a reason.
Yeah, I mean, I thought the
I was
whole
just
idea of
about to say
acting
that.
was pretending to
Yeah.
be someone you're not.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And you know what, Tina, usually we have a show ourselves. I just couldn't get the show together tonight, so I jumped on here with these guys for a few minutes, but I actually really enjoyed episode 1. I thought it was a cool idea, and episode 2 wasn't as bad as I thought it was going to be. It's still not my Loki, but now that I think of him as a variant, it's not too bad. It's just not too good. I don't know how to really put that, but Gen V's good, definitely good.
I haven't heard of Gen V. What's that?
It's like The Boys, but it's their college. Like, people go through this college to try to be like superheroes and be on the 7. And it's like the rankings are really important, but there's this whole underlining thing about it. But it's like, think of college, but people with superpowers and how messed up that could be. And it is. It's
Okay.
messed up. Yeah, it's messed up. There's some fucked up shit that happens.
Like
It's-
the
it's,
boys messed up?
Yeah, like The Boys messed up. Like, there's always, like, in The Boys, like season 1 and 2. Well, in this one, yeah, a penis explodes. There always has to be an exploding penis for some reason. But it's
Okay.
not bad. It's not bad. But I can't. Again, I got to get going. But I can't wait for, like I said, November 3rd, Invincible. The trailer just dropped. It looks good. I think it'll be good. It's Steven Yeun, the dude from The Walking Dead. What's his name?
Steven Yeun.
Yeah. He's the main character, and it's Kurtzman who wrote The Walking Dead. He also writes this, so it's good. It's good. If you haven't watched it, watch season 1 before it comes out.
Okay.
Yeah,
check
it's
it
on
out.
Prime. It's good. But I got to bounce. Thank you for having me on.
Let's go.
Yeah, brother. Good seeing you, Scotty.
Later, guys. Later.
Well, that's definitely one way to make an exit: exploding penis.
Yeah. Why not? I mean, it's Rogue Entertainment. We couldn't escape it. We couldn't escape it. We didn't talk about dicks all
Of all
night.
people, it was Scott who came in and mentioned it too.
I mean, whether it's mine or somebody else's, if I'm in a place where a penis explodes, I'm making an exit.
Guys, we
It was a
almost
drive-by
made it
wang.
1 hour, 42 minutes, or 40 minutes. We didn't talk about dick. It didn't come up once.
Is this
The
the last
entire
topic
stream.
too?
I'm just saying. Scotty fucked that up, and he was a guest. Fuck him.
The dick topic.
I don't know. Do we have one more? Look at Rogue Chat.
No, I think that was it because we bounced around and. Well, there was the one with the Brie Larson thing there at the end.
Oh, boo.
Yeah, let's talk about Brie Larson. Yeah.
Oh, yes,
We'll
let's.
talk about- that gets
Does anybody want to?
that gets Papa Cotton hot. Damn it, we don't.
Yeah,
want
that's
to
what
do
Papa
that.
Cotton wants. Papa Cotton just put up with all this entertainment bullshit. He deserves this. Let's do this for him.
Okay, that's fair.
Okay,
in that
I'm gonna
case,
give you a choice
apologize
then.
ahead of time for Pop Cotton.
I'm going to give you a choice then. We can talk about Brie Larson, or I can tell you guys about the latest Nick Cage dream that I had.
You had a Nick Cage dream?
After you asked me if I'd had another one, and I hadn't, I did have another Nicolas Cage dream.
What?
Please tell us. Please tell us about your Nicolas. He has Nicolas Cage dreams, Mr. Tickle Trunk. This is a Wednesday sport.
Hold on 1 second. I gotta get in the mood. Okay, we're good.
All right, so
begin.
Are you guys familiar with the back rooms?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, in my dream, I fell into the back rooms, and I'm walking through all the yellow carpet, yellow walls, fluorescent lighting.
Oh, the horror game where millennials are scared of wallpaper.
Yeah, basically. But then, as I'm walking down this hallway, Nicolas Cage sticks his head out from around the corner and is like, "Hey,
come here. I want to show you something. And then I ran like hell and woke up.
Towards him?
No, I ran away.
Why?
What kind of look did Nick have in his eyes? Was it like...
He had the crazy eyes. Like
this?
No, they were worse than that. His eyes were like bug-eyed, dude. Like they were really
like
open.
Face Off Nick Cage?
Yes, like Face Off Nick Cage.
What was he wearing? A cape and his Superman suit?
I could only see his head. He just stuck it out the side of the wall. Like
which head?
Not that one. Not the one that explodes.
Okay.
Deej, did you get the article?
It's down there. It's the only one that's excited about this is Papa Cotton. But...
This is for you, Papa.
And the first line in this is specifically for Papa Cotton because it says 2023's holiday movie season gets its first tentpole release on November 10th with the 33rd chapter of the Marvels cinematic universe, The Marvels, hitting the big screen. Go into Brie Larson's Captain Marvel was introduced in highly successful and timely fashion back in 2018 and 2019 as her character was teased at the end of Avengers Infinity War in advance to her solo debut, which benefited from coming out less than 2 months before the massively anticipated Avengers Endgame. Captain Marvel would garner a $153.4 million opener and go on to earn $426.8 million domestically. I wouldn't say that's too successful. With few significant all-audience-friendly tentpoles on the calendar this fall and early holiday season, not to mention a dry spell for wide release in general in early November, audiences could be feeling some pent-up demand for popcorn entertainment. Why does this sound like something
Pent-up?
Gotten would write?
There are definitely undertones of sexual frustration here.
I mean, tent poles, dry spells, wide releases,
Pent up.
And
Mr. Tickle Trunk, you're starting to make me nervous.
Really?
You make your friend go away.
I'm just smelling his hair. That's all I'm doing.
What the hell he was doing? All right, so let's see. The promise of
frustrated,
Larson,
and it sounds that way when Deej is reading it. Could you imagine if I was?
it would be much better if you were reading it.
Do you want to read the article, Matt?
You guys really want me to read about tent poles and pent up?
Yeah, let's roll right back
audiences?
here. Yeah, and here we go. This whole
talk about
line
polls.
here.
Yeah.
This whole one right here. Here we
I'll start
go.
that one. Okay, with few significant all-audience-friendly tent poles on the calendar this fall, and early holiday seasons, not to mention a dry spell for wide releases in general in early November, audience could be feeling some pent-up demand for popcorn entertainment.
All
right, promise of Larson teaming up with other MCU characters from the sprawling universe's streaming series Ms. Marvel, Iman Vellani, and WandaVision's Tanyana Paris, I'm sorry if I butchered that, Monica Rambeau, alongside Samuel L. Jackson's return as Nick Fury on the heels of this year's Secret Invasion could be an attractive for fans of the franchise's Disney's offerings. Mothers and daughters in particular, not this pair, in particular could see a disproportionately large audience segment for Captain Marvel, which looks to have the most diverse female cast yet for a Marvel film. Because that's what audiences really want to hear about, you know. And I'm sorry. The only reason why 90% of people saw Captain Marvel's because we were led to believe she was going to be, important for Endgame.
Right.
Sorry, Papa. Debuting over Veterans Day weekend could create some backloading for the film, as the Saturday holiday will be observed on Friday. Cons, Brie Larson. Sorry. The Marvel Studio has hit several bumps in the road of late, despite Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3 generating strong legs last summer. Its initial $118.4 million debut was seen as something of a low-end performance for a well-established and beloved franchise. The franchise is quite simply miles away from the Zeta guys capturing interest and enormous goodwill. For that for a time helped every film achieve automatic blockbuster status, like Captain Marvel did over 4 years ago. The Guardians result, pull that up please, came in the wake of Ant-Man and the Wasp, Quantumania dividing many fans. This is why I was saying it's going to sound much worse me reading it. Everything sounds so sultry. I feel bad for the places when I order pizza. Guardians' result came in the wake of Ant-Man and the Wasp to me.
I would like to order one pepperoni
and
with
barely
release.
doubling its domestic debut with a two. Yes, one pizza with extra sausage, please. With 214.5 million final tally. The reputation of that film, combined with fans' highly divisive reception toward most of the franchise's Disney streaming series, has served to lessen interest among casual fans, struggling to keep up with the various plot threads in what many of us feel have become a disjointed plot post-Endgame MCU. I should really pull this up to full screen. Brilliant, thank you. Social media distraction. Social media traction for the Marvels has been noticeably weak in recent months, compounded by the concerns that the ongoing SAG-AFTRA labor strike may not resolve in time for Brie Larson and cast to promote the film. Their absence on media circuit would be a major blow in Disney's efforts to pitch the film as fun escapist experience leading into its organic girl power marketing message to bring out the underserved female audiences. Though I think that was a Freudian slip there. Member competition may be notable for the Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. What? And more prominently, Disney's own Wish, slated to open in Marvel's second and third weekends respectively. Why is he topless?
Why not?
There are
How
so
did you
many things
find a
happening
picture
here.
of topless Nicolas Cage?
I'm just going to be topless Nicolas Cage for Halloween.
I am so glad I cannot see the StreamYards right now, and I'm
Sure.
just looking at this article.
Again, I'm just smelling his hair.
That's fine. I don't think
Smells good.
It doesn't entirely look like you're sniffing him.
It smells like success.
Like I said, with
move-
the
I'll
way
just
that
move him.
the image is
I'll just
jumping like
move
that,
him
it
over
doesn't
here.
look like you're sniffing him.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
Bearing out all these concerns, initial pre-sales are alarmingly low for the Marvel Studio film. Trends are currently 69% behind the pace of Guardians Volume 3. Really?
69.
Of all the percentages, they had to do that one. 72% behind Quantumania and 42% behind Eternals. It's highly possible that the initial demand is overshadowed by this weekend's release of Taylor Swift's Eras Tour, giving Marvel fans a chance to pick the pace closer to the release if advance reviews are strong. Still, initial models leave a lot of ground to make up to a relatively recent MCU films. What does this have to do with Brie Larson's feet? Get to the good stuff already.
Yeah,
I think
what
you're
are
the
you
only
talking
one that
about,
likes
Papa?
like those, whack-ass toes, Papa.
He loves the Mads. This is his reward.
That's the end of that
I
article.
don't know if
Yeah.
I can work with Mr. Tickle Trunk
That's fine.
anymore.
Why?
What's going on?
What's wrong?
He's making me very uncomfortable.
What's making you uncomfortable?
So many things.
Okay, I'll put the scary man away.
Thank you,
Put him
sir.
away. I don't want to see the bad man anymore.
Yeah.
Poor Slender.
Give me 1 second, I'll be right back.
You're fine. Am I coming through okay?
Oh yeah.
So far.
Okay. Thank God.
Give it 10 minutes.
I need a
You'll
studio.
have the echo back.
Nothing.
So, yeah, that's why. Mr. Tickle Truck, why do you have Nick Cage?
Why wouldn't I?
Why is it? Why is that a part of your ensemble? What's going on with whatever the hell you're using, OBS, whatever the hell it is you're using?
Yeah, in my defense, this was the only one I had at the ready.
But then you sought out the other one.
Of course. Deej? What's going on?
I feel like we can go ahead and close the stream now.
Yeah, I think we're done.
Hello. Did I forget to?
Come closer. Who said that?
Oh man, Mr. Tickle Truck, go ahead and plug whatever it is you're doing this week, brother.
I don't even know anymore. I have no idea. Maybe a Nick Cage.
Don't you have a schedule? Oh god.
No. Well, I'm here.
That
I'm here
what
every
you
week.
probably heard was my chair. I'm sorry, Soul Assassin.
Oh, did it sound like a
No, he's referring to me appearing on camera shirtless.
Yeah, he was shirtless a
Okay.
moment ago. Thankfully, you
I
weren't
figured
here.
Mr. Tickle Trunk might try to sniff me.
Come closer.
No.
Okay, I'm here every Saturday.
I still
7
say
o'clock.
the way that image was pulsing, it did not look like you were sniffing him.
Sorry, I can't help myself. Oh, damn it. I was trying to turn the other one on and I messed it up.
Do you have nothing to promote? What's Mags
I'm
up
here
to?
every Saturday at 7 o'clock.
What's Mags up to? Let me see her in a minute.
She may be returning. We're in talks. We're negotiating.
I do have a couple projects I'm working on.
Let me finish. One second.
Yes.
And
Yes, ma'am.
Sundays, I stream with Fat Steven Seagal, Script Doctor, and Wolverine Snicked, 11 a.m. on all of their channels. Okay, now go.
Yep, sorry about that. Mads. It sounds alike.
Oh,
go ahead,
said
Mads.
Mags.
Tell everybody where you're going.
Um,
Where you're going.
Now you're starting to sound like Maki. I am going to be returning to my channel very soon. And yes, it is Mad. You can find me at Mama Bear Art Doll. And just like my co-host of 3 years, can't get my name right. Apparently Steven can't either. But we, and thinking of, yes, you can find me Sundays with Makani Draws. And we do a fantastic, art show. It's the best thing to watch on Saturday afternoons.
Mm-hmm.
And that should be returning very soon. Maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure. Yeah, that's not coming back, Soul Assassin.
Oh, good.
And
Steven's
there he
gone.
went.
So let's go to Deej next.
Okay, well, let's see. First of all, I want to tell you guys, don't waste your time on Quantum Leap this new season. I didn't think it could get worse after last season, but it did. Don't do that one. My streams are really random at this point since I am out doing the farm
My phone
work
died.
and
Sorry.
picking. And I got one short little story I'd like to tell what happened to me the other night that really depressed me.
When you were harvesting soy?
No, it was after I got off work. I went out to Walmart. I needed to get a new headset because I busted my old one. So I'm standing there in line to pay. This guy behind me, probably in his early 20s, sees the headset there, gaming headset, and he goes, "Oh, are you buying that for your grandkid?"
It's because you're old, Deej.
I didn't think I looked that freaking old.
Were you also shirtless in that moment?
No, I had to wear a shirt.
Absolutely
No, I
was.
had to wear a shirt in Walmart, damn it.
No.
Deej doesn't listen to the rules. He goes in there without a shirt on. He's a rebel.
Don't make
thank
me
you so
turn the camera back on.
I saw you doing some like random night streams whenever it rains, so it was good to see you live streaming the other night, man.
Yeah, I had Captain Foley from Trek Yards even popped in there at the end just to fire me live.
Oh.
That's incredible, sir. Well, thank you so much. Good seeing you, Deej, man. Anytime it's raining and you can't harvest anything, please join us.
I just want to get this season over. It's killing my back. I just want it over with.
Hail, brother! Thank you very much for bringing corn to my table and feeding SJWs the endless supply of effeminate male beta males.
It's all going to Bird of Prey 5. All that goes.
Well, he will disperse them to his minions, and they're basically the same thing.
No, he only feeds the orphans that he has down in the mine.
Thanks, brother. Slender Dad, what's going on with the Ascendant Art podcast, brother?
Same thing as always. 9 p.m. Eastern, Friday nights. We do the Ascendant Art podcast. It's pretty fun. We talk about things. Then I'm usually here, and then I'm on the Wednesday show, and I picked up Elden Ring, so I might start streaming that. Me and Brahma were experimenting with new streaming software yesterday. It didn't go well. That software kind of sucked, but we might try it again here soon because I want to play more of Elden Ring. That game's fun. That game's fun as hell.
How long have you been playing it?
I bought it like 2 days ago. I played it for the first time yesterday, and then up until this stream, that's pretty much what I've been doing all day.
Was it like an open world?
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah, man. All right. Let's see. Mads got everybody. Okay, that was everybody. All right. Well, my phone is at 4% steady. I got my emergency extra battery plugged into it now, so I'm going to go. And I thank you guys so much for being here and spending your time. It's a shame Sporting News podcast usually comes up after this, but Eats Epicool and a Place to Be Reviews is very possibly streaming over on his channel. So please go check him out. Support all the rogues, wonderful people, good artists, and everybody over there. It's always a good time. Hail Legion of Memers. So thank you to Keely Chow. Thank you to Soul Assassin. Thank you, Another Monster, Papa Cotton, as always. Releasing McCracken. And who else is up here?
Is Mr. Tickle Trunk okay?
My head is malfunctioning. Sorry.
It was all that.
I'm trying to fix it.
Are you having a seizure? quick!
And, yeah, guys, be good to each other and suffer no
so you don't swallow your tongue.
It won't stop.
Are you sure Nicolas Cage isn't down below on Mr. Tickle Trunk?
That's what it is.
Oh, look how he stopped real quick.
I hate this. This is hell.
Thank you guys so much for being here at Rogue Entertainment, where it's a shit show, but we're getting it together again. We promise we'll get it back together. Thank you guys so much. Be good to each other and suffer no flapping head Canadians.
Kill me and my suffering.